Welcome to the President's Diary, a weekly program where we highlight the work of His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali. His Excellency on Tuesday, December 8, presented a token of appreciation to the outgoing High Commissioner of Canada to Guyana, Her Excellency Lillian Chatterjee.
Ambassador Chatterjee, who was accredited as High Commissioner here in September 2017, departed Guyana on Friday, December 11. Ms. Chatterjee's next post will be as High Commissioner to Barbados.
On Wednesday, December 9, the head of state led a team of ministers and heads of government agencies to the Pomeroon-Supernam region, where he met hundreds of residents and addressed their concerns. President Ali said the outreaches demonstrate his administration's commitment to providing services to all Guyanese, regardless of location.
Our task is a very simple task, and that is to ensure we fulfill our mandate when we assume public office. And that mandate is service to people. Not delaying service to people, not impeding service to people, not increasing the cost of delivery of that service. After Region 6, many residents are tremendously happy. Matters that were unresolved for years were resolved. What it tells us is that the issues of people are resolvable, but sometimes the bureaucracy does not allow us to resolve it.
Several persons received their land titles, and the President resolved a number of other land-related, community development and business-related matters. Reflecting on his engagement in Region 6 back in November, President Ali said feedback from residents suggested they were pleased with the timely resolutions to their matters.
What it tells us is that the issues of people are resolvable, but sometimes the bureaucracy does not allow us to resolve it. That is why at these outreaches, we want the head of every agency to be here, so you can make an assessment too as to what areas of improvement the agency requires itself.
Meanwhile, the head of state charged the agencies to deliver efficient and hassle-free service to the people.
Public service is the highest call to service in your country. And we must not think we're doing people a favor. It's a privilege that we are called to serve. And if you believe at this point in your career that you want to go into another direction, then make that choice. But once we are in public service, let us serve the people. The same zeal you have today, the same energy, the same excitement you have to serve the people should be what defines you every day when you go. I know it's difficult. I know it's very hard sometimes to listen to complaints and problems. But you have to keep reminding yourselves why you're there. And who knows? Who knows when you're spotted?
The President is focused on making the lives of each and every Guyanese easier and is hoping to use these outreaches to help solve some long-standing problems.
On Thursday, December 10, His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali addressed members of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. The President highlighted the impact of COVID-19 on small developing nations like Guyana.
The COVID-19 pandemic and its attendant consequences have disrupted the lives of millions globally. Guyana remains deeply concerned about the wide-ranging economic, social, and environmental implications of COVID-19, particularly the difficulties posed for the world's small island developing states. Recently, my country had the privilege, as chair of the Group of 77 and China, to host a high-level meeting on the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on the global efforts to combat climate change. A resounding echo from that forum is that the world, especially developing states, needs to support developing countries both during and after the pandemic. Excellencies, undoubtedly, small island developing states have been disproportionately affected by the COVID-19 crisis. As the FAO recognizes, the pandemic has adversely impacted food security, nutrition, climate resilience, health, tourism, education, and remittances. Increased public health outlays have led to a reduction in resources, which would otherwise have been devoted to other areas, including food system and supplies.
President Ali called on the international community to bolster their support for small island developing states, SIDS, in addressing food security amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
I therefore call on the international community to advance SIDS visibility and provide the requisite financial and technical support to bolster resilience building efforts. We are duty-bound to think collectively and act in solidarity to save humanity.
President Ali commended the FAO and UN for leading the international charge in assessing and responding to the effects of COVID-19 on food systems and the economies of SIDS.
His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali has reiterated the importance of democracy to the country, noting that the events prior to and following the March elections demonstrated how fragile democracy is and why it must be protected. The head of state was speaking at the Guyana-European Union Joint Press Conference hosted on Thursday, December 10.
What you stand to lose when you let that democracy slip away from us. Since 2018, it is the people of the country who suffered because this support was not there. And that, of course, is a great motivation and reminder to me and the government in ensuring that we don't slip this way and that Guyana will move forward in a progressive manner. But most critical, as I conclude, is the regaining of our country's credibility. And I've been speaking at many international fora, United Nations, FAO, WTO, CARICOM, and a lot of emphasis and time has been placed on rebuilding that credibility. That is so important. And this, of course, today goes a long way in portraying the new Guyana and regaining that trust and credibility.
President Ali thanked EU Ambassador His Excellency Fernando Pons Canto for the role he played in ensuring democracy prevailed. Further, the President said in the interest of inclusiveness and in keeping with his promise, he extended an invitation to all the former presidents.
And I'm anticipating and I'm hoping for a fruitful meeting and the attendance of all the presidents.
Ambassador Canto also announced that the EU has injected $19.8 billion into the Guyana economy under its budget support program for inclusive and sustainable development of the country.
President Ali on Friday, December 11, assured the residents of the border community of Kaikan in Region 7 that they will be included in the development plan for the country, which is designed to improve the lives of all Guyanese.
Today, I'm here to visit not only our soldiers, but importantly to visit this beautiful village and interact with residents, to learn more from you about your challenges, and to share with you some of our plans in improving your lives and ensuring that we build a better future for all Guyanese, including you in this village.
The President revealed that some of the plans include the implementation of education programs, ICT, and improved access to healthcare services.
We'll be expanding our services to all the regions in Guyana to ensure our young people have equal access to not only primary and secondary education, but importantly also for those who want to pursue university education and technical education.
President Ali also informed the residents of the implementation of a new nutrition program to further address the needs of children, particularly in riverine communities.
The Commander-in-Chief also assured the Guyana Defence Force personnel stationed at Kaikan in Region 7 that greater opportunities would be afforded to them in education and personal development. The head of state gave this assurance as he joined the ranks and residents for Christmas lunch in the community.
I have no doubt that you have it in you. By acting upon your calling to serve your country, that you will honor this responsibility. I appreciate too that the executive has a role to ensure that you are treated well, to ensure that you have opportunities before you, to ensure that when you exit this segment of your life, that you will be prepared and equipped to enter other areas, other fields, and continue your contribution to national development. This is important for you and your families.
The President also announced to the ranks that in their next pay slip they will receive 2 weeks of tax-free bonus. He then joined the residents and teachers from the Kaikan Primary School to unveil a new signboard, which was constructed by the GDF ranks stationed in the community. The head of state commended the Army for the initiative and pointed to the gesture as a sign of strengthened community involvement.
This has been the President's Diary, where we took a look at His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali's Week of Activities. Thanks for watching. Do join us again next week.